Good afternoon and welcome. It is Monday, March 25th of 2024. And if you are here, you have arrived at Pat's Stamping Place. My name is Pat Mayer, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've never been here before, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel so it can grow. Oh my goodness, how has the month of March gone so far? My cough is almost gone, almost. Just a few little things hanging around. Anyway, oh, hi Rose, you made it. Love the flowers. You love flowers. Yes, we do love flowers. So if you saw the preview, I am going to be using the Simply Zinnia stamp set and dies today. Let me flip you down to my desktop so you can see what's going on there. Okay, get rid of that glare. I've moved my stuff again to a different part of my basement, and everything's working, so I don't have any problem with that. Everything's plugged in and working. I think I have a little bit more space here than what I had the last couple of weeks. So anyway, let's talk about zinnias. I guess I've never really had them too much in a garden or planted them, but I think I will this year because they are so bright and cheerful. So I was at Big Lots the other day, and they have flowers. They have flower seed packets at Big Lots. So I picked up a couple packets of these and thought they would be good to maybe put in a card. But I wasn't really sure too much about the colors. Well, let me tell you, Stampin' Up! Has just the colors that we can put together to make a card here. I didn't realize there were so many different, I guess, not breeds, those are animals, different kinds of zinnias. These happen to be Thumbelina mixed colors. Hello, Shirley, welcome. And it says they are dwarf plants and about a $50 size blooms. So I know that there are bigger ones, but these are $50 ones, or $50 size. And I guess the reason I picked this up is because it gave me more of a color selection. So on the back of this, it says, if I hold this far enough away, these captivating dwarf plants have $50 size blossoms of pink, white, scarlet, orange, and yellow. And they hide old blossoms with new growth. I did read someplace you don't have to deadhead them, although it does help them grow a little bit better. So here where I am located in Northeast Ohio, it says they should be planted in May and June. And that looks to be basically like most of the country except for down south, where they could probably plant anytime now. So anyway, that's what I know. And it says it's loved by pollinators. So the bees would like these too. And it says that they will bloom in 35 days. So I might just have to give this a shot this year. So let's make a card. The Simply Zinnia bundle can be found. It's in one of our online exclusives. And please don't get so concerned about that. If you have access to the internet, go and look there. You can go here. Let's get rid of this other one. At patmayer.stampinup.net. And you can look for the things that you want that are listed on the online exclusives or new arrivals, and then still order the same way you always have if you do not want to order online. So it's not a big deal. It's just, again, gives Stampin' Up! Another opportunity to grab maybe newer, younger stampers who are so used to doing everything online. You know, it's all about the devices. Those of us who are a little bit older, we might have a little bit of a learning curve with that. But don't let it scare you away from making lovely things and still placing orders the way you always have. Hello, Gloria. I'm glad you are watching too. All right, so a little bit about this. This is a whole suite of products. Sadly, I ordered these before I went on my trip in early February, and lo and behold, I did not order the designer paper. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And I did not order the embossing folder. Couldn't get those words out. The embossing folder that comes with this. So I will have those soon. But for today, you know, you can do things just with the bundle. And that's what a lot of people do. You've got other papers that you can use, perhaps. You've got other embossing folders that you can use, perhaps. And just stick with the bundle. And the bundles are 10% off if ordered together. So let's get started. I have a very easy card for you today. I've already done some of the stamping, as you can see up here. But if you stick around to the end, I do have some other cards that I have been working on today to show you. And be sure to ask questions. I love to see comments. So just hang in there. All right. These are the dies. Let me show you those a little bit more, because there are a lot of dies that don't have the stamps to go with them. So I'll get this out. Okay, I guess that shows it a little bit that goes with the stamp set. So this one goes with this. Okay. And this one goes with this. And then we have the leaf one. And then 3 very nice sentiments that go along with this too. And then these tiny little stars. But there are also what looks like daisies along stem, another leaf, another stem with a little bud that can go in it, the centers of the flowers. Unknown caller. Oh, goodness sakes. I forgot to put that on Do Not Disturb. Hello. The soon-to-be discontinued stamps will be available with discounts on the 9th of April. Okay. And it is a lengthy list. I will be losing a lot of stamp sets this year. And a couple other little leafy things that I haven't used, but I have a card showing you with all of these other things that I'll show you at the end. Today I'm going to be using this one and this one, along with the stamps that go with them. So, what have you been doing for this last week of March? Next Monday will be April Fool's Day. Can't believe that. And Easter will have already happened on Sunday. We have a nice warmish day here. We are in between winter and spring, and then back to winter and more spring, and it's just crazy. Sometimes we can look out there and see lots of snowflakes coming down, but we know they won't last long. Okay, so let me grab my project here. Here we go. And I am using Daffodil Delight, one of my favorite yellow colors. We also have Lemon Lolly as well, but I like this one's bright and cheerful. I have already stamped and embossed. Notice I said stamped and embossed this piece of basic white, and I stamped it first with Sending Flowers and Thinking of You, and then I embossed it with one of the online exclusive bundles. It's over where the big machine is. I don't have it handy. So that's going to go on here like this. I'll wait a minute to do that. So I'm going to add some color there. And then I have, this is going to go on the inside. Then I have stamped 3 flowers in the colors that I'm going to use of Granny Apple Green for the leaves, Berry Burst, and Pumpkin Pie, because it said pink, which is a dark pink here, an orange, and a yellow. So I've already cut these out. And my original sample that I did with this, I stamped in black. And I'll show you that at the end and see which one you like better. This I stamped Pumpkin Pie on Pumpkin Pie, Berry Burst on Berry Burst, and this one that I will cut out now is Daffodil Delight on Daffodil Delight. And then I also have some leaves that I did in black, and the leaves that I'll put on this card in Granny Apple Green that I stamped in Granny Apple Green. So it just is a different look, and so I thought I would try it both ways. So because all of these dies will fit in the little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I thought I would bring this over here today. And we have a plate 1 and 2 plate 2s. Now, if you don't have a cut and emboss machine, this is a very affordable way to start to cut your dies. It's about half the price of the big stamp set, or the big cut and emboss machine. And believe it or not, many of the dies in the catalog will go through this machine. It's got a 3-inch, you don't want anything that's more than 3 inches, and that's what I think I cut this at. Like just slightly under, like 2 7/8, and that fits there, but 3 will go. Now, another thing to learn about this machine is with plate 1 and plate 2, and then you sandwich with this, you want to offset the other plate and it will grab it a little bit better. Okay, so you don't want to do this. It'll just take a little bit longer to try and get it to grab. So if you offset it a little bit, this one down and then this one up, it will grab. So now let's add the die. And this is pretty easy to line up. There's one that's a little bit bigger here, if you can see that. There we go. And I've been pretty lucky not adding any washi tape or anything there. Let's maybe zoom in a little bit. But you can always add washi tape if you think that it's going to slip a little bit. So we'll give it a shot and cross my fingers. So I'm going to slide that in so that it's offset, push it through, and once you see the handle go around, you know that it's caught. Okay, and it slipped a little bit, but I think it's okay. Now basically, just to review this a bit, what I did here was I have this one down, and then when I put this one on, I put that 2 so that it went over top of the 1. And that gave it the offset that I wanted so that it would grab. So that's a good little tip to remember when you're using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so let's put our card together. And I'm going to grab this yellow. I've got a blending brush that has yellow on it. And let's grab this ink pad back here. I think there's a little bit of yellow on there, but probably not very much. So this will just give some color behind it and going over the embossed part. We have a little bit of white on either side, and then I stamped this in Daffodil Delight, where the original one that I did this morning, I did in black. So I'll let you decide which one you like better. Okay, let's also do a little bit more stamping on this white that's going to go on the inside, and I'm going to stamp that in Daffodil Delight. Now, I didn't realize that there were white zinnias, but there are, showing in this packet with the yellow centers. So that will kind of be our white one down there in the corner. Okay, let's put that on the inside and use some liquid adhesive. The glue always comes out when I'm doing my sample cards. Then I have to shake, shake, shake it when I get on the live video. There we go. And I'm going to give this another little crease. Okay, now I'm going to put this down here. And the card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 in the center. And then this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. Now let's gather up our flowers here. We've got Berry Burst, the Daffodil Delight, and the Pumpkin Pie. So let's lay them out first. Okay, I don't like the edge of that card. I'm going to, do I have a piece? Yes. I'm going to do another pumpkin pie. I don't like that one. It looks like it's got a little bit of black on the edge. So let me clean it, make sure it's clean of whatever the last color was that I used. And grab my pumpkin pie. That looks much better. Fortunately, this is pretty easy to line up. There we go. So I'm offsetting it again and lining that up with my number 1 plate and holding this down. And once that handle moves, you're good to go. That is much, much better. Yeah, I don't know what that was on the edge there, but I didn't like it, so I'm not going to keep it. Might be able to use it for something else and cover it up. All right, so here we have I think I like that a little bit better. And to adhere my leaves on the back, what I'm going to do is add a dimensional to that. I'm not going to do anything with this part right here. And then I can add another dimensional here. I'm not going to take the backing off yet. Not just yet. Let's see how I want these flowers to go. So that one's down there. Let's add this one up here. And that way you can offset them a little bit. And let's see, this one, let's put these leaves out on this side. Okay, now I'm going to take the backing off and lay that one that way. Rose, have you stamped in black and colored with the markers? I'm going to show you a card that does just that too. Let's see, this one goes over top. That one I'm going to put behind it. Okay, so there's our card. I grabbed a vanilla envelope, but I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. So let's go ahead and stamp this on the envelope. The same as was in the inside. That looks pretty. Let's put one on the envelope flap too. That's pretty light. All right, so there's our card. Let me know what you think. And now let me show you some samples. Well, let's get that die put away. Cover up my glue. All right, this was my original design. Stamped in black. This one I think I pulled out Calypso Coral instead of Pumpkin Pie. I kind of like the Pumpkin Pie a little bit better, but these are all in black, and these are in the coordinating colors that go with it. So what do you think? Black on the color, and using the colored cardstock, of course, or color on color. I like them both. So there's that. This is, I think, what you're thinking of, Rose, where I stamped the large cluster of flowers. This one, you can see in the, there we go. That one. And die cut it out because it does have a die that goes with it. And then I colored with Berry Burst, Pumpkin Pie, and I think I used, I used Daffodil Delight on that too. And then Old Olive on the leaves. And on this one, I used that background stamp that I used last week that I'm really kind of in love with, the Dazzling Droplets. I think that's the name of it. I really, really like it. It's also online because you can do so many different things with it. And then this has the thank you so much from the set. And, oh, I'll add some butterflies here. We've got the brushed brass butterflies that are going to carry over. I am so happy because I have a lot of them. So let's add some of those to this card here that I did today. I didn't put any on that one. Because remember, zinnias are pollinators, so they're going to like the butterflies. And let's put a little one up here too. Now this is one that I did with just the die cuts. And again, it was on Daffodil Delight, and I used some designer paper from the bee set. I always forget the name of the designer paper. Be Mine. I would love to have a lot more of just that crosshatch or plaid paper. I love that. But this was done with the daisy type ones, two of those, one with the bigger center, and then put that one on top, and then the stem, and then this leaf, and then this larger bud, and this little piece. And then I use the new postage die set for that, which is also online. So I really like that. And then my last one that I was almost going to use as a demo today is a slimline card, which I've not done in a long time. And I use the black on the color again. Happy Birthday. And use the Biggest Wish stamp set from the annual catalog. And this has been around a while. I know it's been, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe longer, I don't know. But it's also going to retire. And I love this. I love the big words. So this might have to stay. Yeah, I could use the decorative masks. Forgot about that. I hadn't pulled those out. Good idea. Thank you, Nancy. So this is going to go away if it's something that you have in your stash. You have it. If it's not, you might want to grab that. And so here I also have put some of the brushed brass butterflies. All of these are popped up with dimensionals. And I might just have to pull out those decorative masks. Off the top of your head, are they staying around, Nancy? Do you know? So anyway, there's our bright and cheerful cards that we have for today. And I love them all. Thank you so much for being here. My paper is kind of flying off. I really do like having this glass mat underneath, but it has a lot of glare. So I added some paper to the top of it and kind of tied that down with some washi tape. That's what I thought, that it was going to go away. So maybe I'll have to use it next week because we do still have till the end of April. However, things are going to be flying off the shelves, and that's just the way it will be. So take care. Have a great week and a very, very happy Easter to you. And I will see you next week for April Fool's Day. Bye-bye.